from the
Christ.
Yeah, after Christ, of course, after 337. Yeah, but when the Christ was crucified on the cross at that time, we had, like I said, Sidonia, the lady who believed in Christ. So in the country itself, we had people, single persons, who believed in Christ. But the formal date when the whole country became Christian, and when the leaders of the country became Christian, it is 337. So after Christ, it's 337 years. Yeah, so around 300 years. But of course, it was very hard to for the pagans, for example, the paganism to disappear, of course. And even till 11th century, we are having one place which is called Uklistsiche. This is the cave town which dates back to 1st, 2nd millennium BC, and it's standing there still. And it is believed, it's proved that till 11th century they still believed in pagans, and at the evening, at the night, they were worshipping the animals and praying to their pagan idols. But at the daytime, they had churches and they were praying in the churches. Secretly, they still, of course, it was their religion, it was in their belief, so it's not so hard. And because of that, our history is saying that it was very, very hard to, of course, convert to Christianity. And besides, Christianity from the first time was a very violent religion, because when they came here, when Sanina, for example, came here, she managed to break down all of our pagan idols. So the Christianity break down all of the idols we believed in. So because of that, history is saying that it was very violent. But nowadays, of course, we are very tolerant. Tolerant religion. Of course, every religion is having its strictnesses and the things, but so these two places are quite important one. And in Khazbegi, there is the church on the top of the mountain. Yes, this is the monastery actually also. So we're having four type of people who are praying in the churches. What do I mean? So who are servicing the God. So we're having priests, we're having monks, we're having black monks, and we're having nuns. So the difference between them, the priest, monk, and black monk, they are definitely men, and only nun is the lady. So the priest, as usual, is the person who is holding the services, holding the praise in the church, and they are allowed to have family, to have wife, to have children, and they live with their wives, with their children, so in their houses. But for monks, it's not like that. For monks, it's important and it's forbidden to get married. So it's their decision, of course. So if the priest decides to become a monk, it means that they should leave everything and they should not get married. They can't have children. So they are living separately with other monks in the monasteries itself. So monasteries are all the time places where monks are living and they are taking care of the church. And we're having, like I said, black monks who actually are very rare for the country. But in 18th century, we had one very famous black monk who was living in the mountains. So these black monks mean that they are living not even with other monks. They are living completely alone in some cave, in some shelter, and their whole day means that they need to pray all day long, and as usual they are fasting all the time. So they are eating bread and drinking the water. So that's the usual meal for them. So these black monks, of course, it's forbidden, of course, for them to have the children, and the wife. But nuns are the only people who can go to the church and stay in the church. So they cannot, the ladies cannot become like priests are, for example. The ladies, if I decide, for example, to become a nun, it means that I am going to the church, I am saying no to my personal life, I am abandoning my family. I can have husband, I can have children, and I'm living with other nuns in the nunneries. And nunneries are places where only nuns are living. No monk is allowed, and the same is monastery. So no nuns are allowed to go there and live, especially in the monastery. So they are completely separated. But even the nuns who are living in the nunneries, and there is altar, right, where the services are held, where the priest is standing. Nuns are not allowed to get inside. For example, not even, of course, not ladies. If I am going to attend on the service, I am not allowed to step on the altar. No, but men, they are. For example, a boy who does not want to be a priest, and he just wants to be a servant in the church. It means that he's going to the church. He is getting some permission from the priest. He is praying, he is fasting all the time, and he's helping the priest to hold the praise. And that should be the boy. Lady cannot do that. And these boys are allowed to get inside the altar. Yes, inside the altar. And nuns, of course, if the priest is coming and it is holding praise, the only priest is allowed. Oh, now here we are near to Chronicle of Georgia. This is Chronicle of Georgia. So this consists of columns, and on that columns there are different king of Georgia. So we can say that there is written history of the whole country and history of Christianity. On one wall there are kings or queens of Georgia carved, and on the other side also there are pictures of Christianity, how Christ was crucified, how Christ was resurrected, and that type of things. Saint Mariam, and so it's very, very beautiful place also. And if you have time, you can come there. Yeah, it's open. It's open all the time. But it's very new construction. And sometimes we are calling this Georgian Stonehenge. But yeah, but it's not Stonehenge, but yeah, it looks like. Now on the right side you see the water, right? This is called Tbilisi Sea. Actually this is called sea not because that it's real sea, no. This is the biggest water reservoir for drinking also, and it's also salty.